Yeah, so ultimately, my family's been coming to, the greater Gunnison area since probably the late 80s and 90s. I've been coming here since 1994 and have literally been probably in, every different valley and area, whether it was looking at VRBOs, looking at houses and rentals. And what really attracted me to Eagle Ridge is it's such a beautiful place, but you really get all this land that you have access to and all these recreational opportunities for just a fraction of the cost. I mean, I've actually looked before I purchased Eagle Ridge to maybe buying my own ranch, and you start running numbers of how do I take care of a ranch, who do I have to hire, how do I fix fences, and there's just a lot to go into that. So the beauty of Eagle Ridge is you get that whole ranching experience, but without sort of all the headaches of having you to take care of things. Here at Eagle Ridge, we have a great crew that takes care of all the fences. It's a working cattle ranch, so there's a bunch of cattle running around. There's hay operations. It is, it's full on true ranching opportunities. So if you want to, go cowboy for a day and jump on the horse and go hang out with the crew, by all means, you can certainly do that. But Eagle Ridge is just a great place. I'm not sure you're going to get any other venue that's going to bring as many opportunities for you to enjoy life per unit of dollar. It's incredible. Eagle Ridge is a little over 4,900 acres. There's about 2,500 acres that's actually down here in the Ohio Creek Valley, what we would call the bottom, and that's really where the residences are. It's just a beautiful area. Ohio Creek, there's over several miles of Ohio Creek that flows through the property. The other portion of the ranch is what we call the upper ranch, and there's another 2,400 acres or so that is maybe a mile or so up the drainage here. And what's great about the upper ranch is that there are 2 primitive cabins, so you can go up there in the summer and go, camping, take the kids up, take the dogs, etc. And then in the fall, the upper ranch is really ground zero for additional outdoor activities. There's quite a bit of hunting that goes on up there. There's a lot of animals that hang out up there: elk, mule deer. There's bears, there's mountain lions. It is the true West. So that's really the sort of the structure of Eagle Ridge. And then obviously everybody has their own home. Everybody's deeded 35 acres. You have kind of your own property. You can either buy a beautiful home that's already built, or there's several lots available, and you can actually build a home really custom to your specs. And if you're looking for a certain type of architectural feel to the house, they can make that happen. I walked into this house with my wife, and it was just stunning. It's open. Every morning we wake up, the dogs are ready to go. You let them outside, and you get some coffee on, take the dogs for a walk, and you get to smell the sagebrush. And there's just, as I mentioned before, there's unlimited outdoor activities. So you're probably saying, well, what are those? Let's start kind of in the summer. I'm a huge fisherman, so I fish Ohio Creek. The creek is loaded, it's stocked with trout. There's also a lot of native trout in the particular creek. And then there's a pond, I think it's about an 1.5 acre pond that is stocked with additional trout. I've taught all my kids to fly fish up there. They really enjoy kind of getting after it. So just from a fishing standpoint, here on the ranch, you have those 2 opportunities. Then about 20 minutes down the road is Blue Mesa Reservoir. It's the largest body of water in Colorado. And again, that's sort of the breadbasket of where things happen. There's giant trout in there, there's lake trout, there's salmon that are in there. So in the summertime, again, fish all you want down there. I actually, in January this year, took a bunch of my buddies. We went down and did some ice fishing on Blue Mesa, and it was outstanding. We were huddled in these tents. It was probably 10 above, and just had a great time. So in terms of fishing, you have, again, on the ranch, you have Blue Mesa, and then 2 of the rivers that I've come to know near and dear. One is the Taylor River. It is a world-class fishery. If you haven't heard of it, Google, Taylor River. The Taylor, basically, along with the East River, create the Gunnison River, and the Gunnison is one of those gold medal trout rivers. When you float down it, it's just epic. It's just total fish on it. My son was with me earlier this year. He's 13. Taught him how to fly fish. We floated down one day. He caught 22 trout, and he caught probably a 22 to 24 inch cutthroat trout. So it's an unbelievable fishery. And again, I'm probably spending a little too much time talking about fishing, but that's sort of where I grew up. So migrating from sort of fishing into other activities here on the ranch A number of my other kids, they love the water as well. We take the dogs down, throw sticks in the water. We also purchased about 7 little inner tubes. So what we'll do is we'll run all the kids up to the upper bridge, kind of kick them out of the car, throw them on the rafts, and they all float down to the other end of the ranch here. And it's a great day where they get to just have fun kind of in the creek. Additional recreational opportunities here in terms of hiking. I can't remember how many miles of trails there are, but probably 10 to 20 miles of trails here just on the lower ranch. So whether you want to hike on those, whether you want to ride mountain bikes on those, whether you want to ride your four-wheeler or UTV, all those opportunities are available. And then you sort of migrate into sort of the winter season, and obviously Colorado, it's ski central. So Crested Butte's about 30 minutes away. If you want to get a ski locker up there, you can keep all your stuff up there. Unbelievable downhill skiing. Here on the ranch, we actually groom trails for cross-country skiing. If you want to snowshoe, it's really fun, although it's a little challenging if you haven't done it before because it really gets your cardio cranking. So there are so many opportunities just from a pure recreational standpoint that you never run out of things to do with your family, whether you got a young family or whether you're retired and just looking to really tone down that quality of life. But one of the things that got me so excited recently is that with a lot of this shutdown stuff going on and all this uncertainty, a lot of people have realized that you can work from anywhere in the United States. I mean, my business is in about 20 states. I'm able to conduct my business here. I got Wi-Fi, I got, all my computers hooked up, I got landline, cell phone, everything. So I can literally work here, 8 to 5 or whatever hours I want. When I'm done, I can jump in my Ranger, whatever, run down to the stream or ride the bike down to the stream, take the dog. So it just allows you to transition from I'm in work mode to play mode and family mode. From a simplicity standpoint, whether you're a permanent resident here or just a seasonal resident, or you can just come in for a quick weekend, again, some of the great amenities that the ranch offers is that our ranch manager, Travis, runs a team. They plow every inch of this ranch in terms of making sure that the snow is cleared, that you can access your driveway. If a tree falls down or a branch falls down, the team is on it. They're out fixing fences. We have heavy equipment here. So it literally is sort of, your own enterprise that they're taking care of a lot of the heavy lifting behind the scenes. And then when you're flying into town or driving into town, you've only got a couple days. I work with a particular caretaker that will make sure that my house is safe, make sure that there's nothing going on inside. And let's say I have 5 buddies coming into town, or we got 5 couples coming to town, we're short on time. I can send a list to the caretaker saying, hey, we'd like these following items picked up at the grocery store. Boom, you come here, they're already in your freezer. I've got relationships with various sort of liquor stores in town and party stores. So again, if you need things, you just make that call, and it's that small town feel. They're going to make sure that they can help take care of what you're doing, because you're going to have limited time here. And then obviously every place there's tons of folks that will help clean your house, take care of things that you have a finite amount of time. So it depends on where you want to focus your energy. I try to focus my energy on my family and really enjoying life. And I know there's a lot going on, and if you have the ability to partake in all those different services, it's just really appealing. In terms of logistics, obviously Gunnison, Colorado, kind of central Colorado. Obviously you can drive in, to Gunnison, or you can fly in. Gunnison's it's a smaller airport, but it offers a lot of amenities. Again, there's a 10,600 foot airstrip. Again, if you're flying in either commercially and or private, it's very easy. I've done both in the past. Your caretakers can actually drop a car off at the airport for you. So when you land, your car is sitting there waiting for you. You don't have to worry about trying to get an Uber or a shuttle or something. So just in terms of getting from your house, wherever you're at, if you're coming in for a short weekend, boom, it's all in play. It's very easy. The Gunnison Airport also recently got an $18 million grant. They're going to be expanding their current airport operations and sort of freshening things up. So I look forward to the additional services that the airport offers, but right now the pure bricks and mortar and what's available is outstanding. So one of the other items that you always consider when you're looking at different properties to purchase is, aside from sort of the family and quality of life, but always in the back of your mind, you're thinking about what is the investment value of this particular property versus some other area. So, the Gunnison area, the Crested Butte area, and generally all of Colorado has been really blossoming over the past couple of years. There's a lot of people that are sort of looking for opportunities to get maybe out of a crowded city and just come out and enjoy 300 days of sunshine. And that's really what this area offers you is you have a lot of upside, at least in my opinion, particularly in your investment. In 2018, Vail Resorts purchased Mount Crested Butte, or the skiing operation up there. And I believe the Epic Pass, which is the big pass that Vail Resorts offers, is actually good in Crested Butte. So there's been a lot of people coming and starting to look for real estate opportunities and investment opportunities. And I think you're just going to see more and more people migrating, not only to Colorado, but looking at some of these sleeper areas, which I would sort of identify Gunnison, but the cat is quickly getting out of the bag in terms of, in terms of investment opportunities and appreciation. So I don't think you're going to go wrong in terms of an investment standpoint. And then again, looking at what are you getting out of this particular opportunity at here at Eagle Ridge. And like I said, I'm so happy that my wife and I made a decision to purchase this. Our kids love it, and again, there's just so many opportunities from a quality of life standpoint. In terms of entering the fall, the fall is a great time of year where things start to cool down. And again, when I say cool down, I think the highest temperature we've had this year is 87, maybe for a day. It goes down to 40, 45 at night. I wake up this morning, it's 62 degrees in my bedroom. It's, again, the mountain air is awesome. But as you migrate into the fall, in terms of what you're going to see here, just up Ohio Creek Road and even on the ranch here, there are aspen trees, and there are millions of aspen trees. The colors that you'll see, it's truly stunning. So whether you're into photography and want to come in and obviously work on still lifes or landscape sceneries, whatever it is, that opportunity is there. My wife's a huge bird watcher. The type of birds that we have here, obviously there's like an armada of hummingbirds that are everywhere on our garden, in our flowers. I've seen a number of migratory birds, whether you're looking at woodcocks. There's eagles that nest all up and down this valley, both bald eagles, golden eagles, and then just the other general types of birds, which I would have to admit I'm a novice at, but my wife keeps tracks of them in her journal. So it's just a stunning place that in the fall or summer you're going to jump in your Jeep. Some people are really into Jeeps. They get tricked out Jeeps and want to go on these really remote, scary roads. I've taken my little UTV on some moderately scary roads, but again, I'm sort of a novice at that. But those opportunities, again, they're limitless. I mean, however much time you want to spend out and about doing what you want, those opportunities are there. In terms of hunting opportunities, Eagle Ridge Ranch, as I mentioned, we have, 2,500 acres down here on the bottom, and then, as I mentioned, there's another 2,400 acres on the upper ranch. So really, the hunting opportunities really take place at the upper ranch. Eagle Ridge Ranch is located in Game Unit 54 in Colorado, which is a very well-managed unit. There are an overabundance of elk and mule deer, and then there's a lot of other birds and critters and et cetera that run around. But in terms of opportunities that you have by being a member here at Eagle Ridge is that you're able to hunt elk on the upper ranch. We actually also get a number of landowner tags through the Colorado landowner program to hunt really what I call trophy mule deer. And if you haven't, or you're not familiar with Unit 54, but in terms of Unit 54, there are gigantic mule deer. And Colorado has a sort of a unique system where they have a archery season. They have a first rifle, a second rifle, third and fourth rifle. So there's plenty of opportunities for all the members of Eagle Ridge to, if they want to hunt second week or they want to hunt third week, you can reserve the cabins. And again, there is a population of animals that live here, but also once it starts snowing up higher in elevations, there's a giant migration of animals that work through this way and down through this ranch to their wintering ground. So it's an outstanding place with tons of opportunities for you to not only see animals, but perhaps harvest really some of the biggest animals in your life. So again, kind of going back to Eagle Ridge, as I mentioned, there are 15 total home sites that are out there. There will never be any more home sites than the 15 that are currently there. 11 of those 15 are built. So there's only 4 more opportunities in terms of if you'd like to sort of build the house of your dreams here on Eagle Ridge Ranch. Another compelling item with Eagle Ridge is in terms of the conservation. The way the property is structured, it's intact, and there's not going to be developments in and around here, we're not going to be, drilling for oil or other things. It's purely protecting the beauty and integrity of this region. And furthermore, what I would add is that the majority of the properties up and down this valley are under conservation easement. So basically this valley is going to be protected as one of the most pristine places around. So you're not going to have to worry about giant subdivisions and different things coming in. It's just, you wake up every morning, the sun comes up, it's the beauty, it's the smells, you pop your coffee in, take your dog for a walk. That is not going to change. So it's an outstanding opportunity to, if you'd like to build a home on Eagle Ridge or purchase one of the existing homes. So in terms of Crested Butte, as I mentioned, Crested Butte is about a 30-minute drive from here. Crested Butte is well known for really two things. They got the ski mountain, and in the summertime, they do a ton of mountain biking up there in that entire region. You can take the ski lift up, ride mountain bikes down. In the wintertime, obviously, it's just an epic ski area, and it draws people from all over the world. But the town of Crested Butte it's the quintessential, ski town. It's got the main street that has, awesome restaurants, Bones, fantastic Mexican restaurant, Secret Stash, super great, in terms of they have an unbelievable pizza menu. There's a myriad of restaurants that are up and down Elk Avenue. If you're into the arts, I think there's 4 or 5 different art galleries that represent, local and statewide artists. So it's a beautiful town that draws people from all over. And again, if you're that skier and want to spend a ton of time up there skiing, get yourself a ski locker. You don't have to lug your stuff back and forth. If you're into snowmobiling, oh my goodness, in the wintertime, there is so much snow up high here, and you can go, wherever you want and really let your snowmobiles take you to see some just beautiful country. So Gunnison, Colorado is about 15 minutes from here down the road. It's a great town. It sort of serves as both the big and small world. It has, in terms of big, it has its own university, Western Colorado University. It's a growing university. They're actually just finishing a nearly $90 million expansion on one of their engineering buildings. And then you get into the actual town in terms of what services you might need. Gunnison Health Systems has their own hospital, so if you need medical care, it's right there. If you're looking for outdoor toys, there's a number of recreational outlets down there. If you're looking to buy a new four-wheeler or a new, a paddleboard or anything, skis, there are a ton of places to get outdoor recreational vehicles or toys. In terms of restaurants, there's a number of cute little restaurants that you can go into town and eat. There's also, again, some more galleries in Gunnison. But it is just a cute little town. There's several hardware stores, so anything you need, you can get from Gunnison. And if you can't find it in Gunnison, the old Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime delivers and drops boxes off right here at my house. So it's kind of the best of both worlds in terms of being able to get what you need. If there's something very specific, boom, it just gets shipped and dropped off on your front door here. So at Eagle Ridge, in terms of equestrian opportunities, we have a horse barn that's just located on the other side of the road. There's a large arena. So again, if you'd like to have your horses, boarded over there, you can have them there. Homeowners are also allowed to have horses on their own property. So I have like a fenced in 5 acres here. If I'd like to have horses here, I have some horse stalls in my particular barn. So again, whether you're a seasonal person, just bringing your horses out for the summer, or you're gonna be here as a permanent resident, there's probably 3 to 5 families that actually at some point during the year have horses here or actually keep them here year round. So in closing, if you're considering, either purchasing an existing home in Eagle Ridge or perhaps building the home of your dreams, it's an outstanding place to be. My wife and I are so happy that we purchased this place. Again, it's originally sort of a seasonal place for us, but we've been spending a ton of time out here. So whether you're a retired professional, whether you're looking for a second home, or whether you're really looking for a change in lifestyle and an overall improvement in the quality of life, Eagle Ridge is a place that I think you can truly come to and relax. The most stressful part of my day is making sure I don't go over 20 miles an hour on the Eagle Ridge Road. I mean, that's truly the amount of stress that is here. It's pristine, it's serene. As I mentioned earlier, the sun shines 300 plus days a year. It's just a beautiful place to spend time with your friends and family.